only opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go from Jacksonville. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
Go now, 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
Now on 2nd and 16. Lawrence trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Lawrence will throw. There's another one complete to Chenault. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for it. Short game.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
53-6-6, bullet high. Let's go. General West. Shoot.
A handoff for Etienne. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ross Blacklock in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and there he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jags take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Sam on. Under 10. Ready?
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik McDowell able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Desmond King back deep. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Watson. He'll buy some time right. A little check down to Lindsey. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right, ETN. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Alpha! 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Shoot that bomber. Shoot that bomber. 53 to Mike. 53.
Here's Etienne. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Fighting him off.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. 53.
Now Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They go play action with Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Go! 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 Five! That's all snap!
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Blankenship's kick is good. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Caleb Chase able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard brings them 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Watson. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Watson now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On first down, Lawrence.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Hey, box drop.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence
finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Yep.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Eight yards to go on second down.
Hey, echo. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Score.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
Let's go, boys.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville. And Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. There again is Cooks, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Watson.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, these two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
From the 50, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watson on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, it's Watson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Watson. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. Myles Gaskin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
The score, Texans 17, Jaguars 6. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53, check 53. Stop your whining. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yeah.
Here's Lawrence.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gaskin again on 2nd down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
In second and inches.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Hooper with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Texans 24, Jaguars 6. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Second and 10.
Check 53. I'm here all day. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, wahoo! 53. Mike, 53. I got one.
Now Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malik McDowell able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Gaskin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jaguars 6. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 45.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. Shoot. Hey, 59.
Back to throw, Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Fresno.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Set. 19. 44. Check the outs. Alert. Safety creek. 54. 59. Slam. 59. Shoot.
Right back to him on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9.
Ricky. Check 3. check three. Wide, get wide.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 59. And 55. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Alert three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Check 59. You must be dreaming. Mike, check 59. Here we go.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2.
Fires the mic. Watch the screen.
Now Watson. It's caught by Hooper. Touchdown. Austin Hooper with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
38, Jaguars 6. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-6, pull it high. Come on.
Now Etienne. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Ready? 18, Gator. 53, slide. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's go, let's go. Hey.
They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check, check. Come on, D. 44's the mic.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
And they take a knee.
Mike. Let's go.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston, they get a 6th win of the season to go with their 10 losses.